Hi guys, thank you very much for being here. Polina here, talking to you about the incredible new moon in Pisces and this very interesting, contaminating, strong, subduing miracle frequency that we have in the sky. So this moon is on the 17th of March. It is a grand moon. We don't know this because we can't see it, but this new moon is the bridging and possibly even the opportunity to get out of previous patterns and form completely new algorithms in your world. What does this mean to me? This means to me that you can stop and you can start again. We are at the end of the year, of course. I will do an equinox video for you, but this is it. We only have a few more days of the year left. There are no chances lost. There are no people not yet here. There is nothing to long for here. Don't long for anything or anybody if you can. Don't ask for more, because this is it. This is the ending. This is the new beginning soon. The emotional quality of this moon is tempting, though, for some people, to work themselves up, to try and work out and be bigger and better. You know, I want to give more, I want to carry more, I want bigger mind, I've got to be more. So don't push onto anybody, especially in your self-responsibility, that you don't have to claim. You don't have to claim that responsibility. Also, another thing is that you don't have to worry about what other people think and feel. There is a very interesting shedding that happens during this time. Some of us have been coupled, some of us have been married, some of us have been married into groups, organizations, and jobs. You don't have to. You don't have to. Occasionally during this type of transit, as we have, there is going to be a way to get out of things, to get out of situations that you know are toxic for you. We're talking Pisces. We are talking the configuration changer with these degrees. We're talking stopping, taking a deep breath, feeling, and changing your route. So the most supreme time is now to totally shift your world, to completely stop the previous hullabaloo and to change your life. And what to do here is to stop walking towards something else. You don't have to. You don't need to listen about what other people have done, what another person thinks is beautiful or attractive, or what other people think about you. This is not easy for many because contamination of self, and cross-pollination between people is hardcore. People can sometimes, during this type of year, as we're in a dog year, really put their fingers in all the pies. Like, people can really look at each other and people can really call the shots for each other. They can label and project onto each other. And then sometimes with these types of energy, people share karma. People share responsibility. It's like a little village. Take care of you. Who are you? Do you have to stay there? In many places in the world, people don't choose. If you can choose, go. This is a perfect time for international travel if you have to, or if you're thinking about it, or if it's something normal, or even if it is something that you are starting to understand that you want. It's an interesting time to no longer be part of the circus. Are you part of the circus? Do you have people around you that are cliche to you somehow? Are you becoming a cliche? Can you tell when people are not hearing you? Can you see when people don't understand what you're saying? Is there some kind of situation for you where you can tell that another person doesn't care about you, your hopes and dreams? They just want you to come along because we are in a dog year, we're traveling in packs. Trying to merge with another person can be capsulating. You are now the beginning of the new psyche reform. Try to see how you can be more by yourself and what you can put to rest. We are truly at the end of the year here in Pisces, so what you can completely dissolve. Have you got something you no longer want to think about? Is there an addiction that you have that you could never ever shed? This is the time. Have you got somebody who you've hurt before or burdened? Do you want to be that person, or do you want to experience it on some other level? Perhaps not. Try to dissolve. Resolving, occasionally charity. For some people, service. For some people, psyche reform through blessing somebody else, giving to another is good, if you see it as a spiritual motion. But for all social and plain motion, you might not see yourself grow. So in terms of listening to another person, getting together with a group of people, trying to make an impression, trying to make a connection with another person, trying to breathe forward into something new, like pushing through into the next level, making friends. At this point, as we do have Aquarius in the 12th house here, it cannot give you as much. So what I mean is, this is the most lucid, gentlest, lovingest time. This is the most generous time to start again. This is not about pushing together with somebody. This is not about trying to escape. It isn't about working hard. It's not about living it up. This is it. This is the ending and the new beginning of dream. What you can do. Sequence. I've already outlined this in the blog. Sequence. So, having a look at what you have. Asking yourself why you have those things that you perhaps do not cherish. Ask yourself, do I need this many things? Have I really got the time and the capacity to deal with what I have? Do I, just self, do I have to? Do I have to? Do I have to come to the party? Do I have to make an impression? Have I got to make somebody else proud? Have I got to keep up the good work? Do I know myself? Can I see who I am? Is there a part of me that is not yet blissful? Is there something inside that's not working? And here's where you will find the most truths as who you are inside. And this is not something that other people like to think about or dream, but I mean inside the physical body. People like, inside, I'm a being of light. No, inside yourself. How are your ovaries? How are your testosterone and estrogen levels? What's going on with your heart? What's going on with your choices? How are you metabolizing? Yes, not a lot of people like to think about this. What are the different organs saying to you? What are the different organs feeling? And what is the most potent way to deal with this is fasting, cleansing, exercising as you like, not to regime yourself, not push yourself, just to exercise as you like, to sing, to talk to yourself, to dream, to take the time to sequence. If you don't know how to resolve your mind, craft. If you don't know how to clean up your body, pray. If you don't know who it is that you are, and we should already know who we are, meditate, take time, feel. If you have to, you can cry. If you have to, if you don't think you can do it by yourself, and there are some people that are on this wavelength, psychedelics, like ayahuasca, for some people. For other people, it's not. You can achieve just as much, if not more, through inner feelings, inner spectrums, inner mind, inner frequencies, feeling inside, water, fasting. You can do it. You can do it. And the only other thing I feel is not to talk about anybody else in your mind. Not to try and push any energy towards or from another person. Not to show off. Not to freak out, because this can actually cost you. This can cost you next year. This can even cost you now. Because if we are pushing ourselves around, and if we are trying to make another person answer to us, like, why did this not happen for me? Can you answer this? If we are pushing our energy towards or against too much, we can become passive about self and overly active about somebody else. And then what that creates is mindlessness. We can actually sever the amount of connection that we have, and our consciousness can actually deepen inside, but we cannot access it. This is a time we all deepening, but we cannot access it, or we don't know it's there. And this is like a forgetfulness and needing to express through dharma and through drama that which you can just do within yourself. So this to me is a very unique opportunity. It's a very unique time to not want to anymore. We've got Jupiter and Ceres retrograde. We've got Neptune going into shadow. It's already in shadow. So we have this interesting hunger. And we've also got in the first house, the first galactic house, we got Venus and Mercury together and Uranus. So this to me represents that we're trying to something. We are trying, come on, give me more, give me more. It's like being at a road show for some people. It's like grasping for something, give me more. This can actually become a big time issue. If we are trying to constantly ask for more, and if we want more from another person without seeing who we are inside and how much we can handle. Fasting, cleansing, sequences, giving back, giving, without having to store and to clench. Another thing probably, that's more for me, and I think for other people who are speaking or sharing their mind, don't worry if another person doesn't understand. That's a big thing. So we are having this incredible dog year now. If another person doesn't understand, it doesn't mean that they never would. There is a very interesting contradiction with us, absolutely, as a species, as we are trying to be ourselves, but we're also measuring up to what other people have said and done, just to sort of look normal, which is the median. If you are interested in this and you want to cure this, or you want to see how else you can be, silence, feeling inside, silence, If you talk a lot, if you're online all the time, detox from those obsessions. Even if you have a business online, even if you talk to a lot of people online, if you have a lot of friends, or if you're very active on Instagram or any other account, silence and pleasure of silence, the pleasure of the now, and that will give you the most. Thank you very much, and I hope that you have a beautiful, seamless moon. Do not need to force this, but sometimes seeing visions, creating dreams, feelings, going into a different dimension, and we can do this before we sleep. This does not need to include anybody else. This is not about joining with anybody else. Steer clear of personal dreams with another person involved. It is a very shamanic time. It's a very merging and a very reconnecting time. And the best time to speak your truth unconsciously. If you're seeing a vision, and if it is just a flower or a rose, or just your earth, the planet, how you see it, or if it's just a light coming from here, abstract visions give much more than imagining a cruise boat and a beautiful person next to you. Don't look at anything else. Maya, illusion, now should taper off and become nothing. Desire, need, give me, that should be nothing now. That should become something that is no longer necessary. And if you can, climb inside so deeply that everything you are is beauty. Thank you very much, and I hope that you have a very beautiful time. If you would like a reading, I would probably say this is not necessary right now, so keep uncontaminated. And also for me, I would like to be free during this time. If you can, please talk to yourself only and connect within yourself. There will be better situations for readings, but I will probably blog. So thank you so much, and I will keep in touch. Have a wonderful transit.